Time to make deductions based on all the info we got. Too many loose threads, too many people spinning their yarns all intertwined under the looming shadow of the manor. Old Nintendo gamer.
And son.
Why hello there, welcome back to Makoto Wakaido's Case Files Trilogy Deluxe with me, Old Nintendo Gamer. And if you watched the last episode, we had started the Weeping Hand Manor and getting to the bottom of things when someone lost their fingers, and then there was the grisly murder of the regular who seemed to have a drug addiction. But we start in chapter 3, where I find the regular's traces, the murder victim. What was he up to and what was he doing? Let's go. One thing about this case file is that there are lots and lots and lots more locations to choose from. So if I just press B here, I can come back into the dining hall. It does load up, but not as slowly as pressing A. Excuse me, Ikeda? I can't remember the name, the sounds of their voices now. Oh, detective! Has anyone of you heard? Earlier, I went to our room to check on Izumi. She was really distressed, but at least she wasn't hurt. As for the room where the boys are staying, I leave it to the boys. I know that's probably the last thing on your mind right now, but did your club investigate the rumors about the manor? To be honest, the only one who took that stuff seriously was Numata. The rest of us just saw it as a fun trip. Well, the one who suggested it in the first place was Sadaguchi, though. He said it was for Izumi's sake. Izumi and Sadaguchi? What's up here? You mentioned that Sadaguchi suggested this trip for Izumi's sake. May I ask you to elaborate on that? Izumi had an older brother who's been missing for years. She doesn't even know whether he's alive or dead. I see, that's what's troubling her. Sadaguchi wanted to help her somehow. This is what he came up with. Thank you. Is there anything else I can ask you, Ikeda? No, but I can ask this quiet, sad boy. Excuse me, Kawabe. Hey there, detective. Numata isn't here, huh? Knowing him, he's probably gone back to the well room. Izumi mentioned something about the ghosts from the well allowing people to speak with the dead. If you want to know more about that, you better ask Numata. He's the source of most of the stories circulating in our club. Rumors in the club! Alright, so there is... Oh, there's 4 pages now as well. So, beauty! Right then, what do you know about Izumi and Sadaguchi? May I? Wasn't it Sadaguchi who suggested your club come to the manor? I've been suspicious of that guy ever since he joined our club, and this has nothing to do with his missing finger, mind you. He's just like you know, devil may care, all's fine as long as I reach my goal. And he was trying to help Izumi out despite all this? Listen, all I know is that a guy like him should be nowhere near Izumi. A little bit jealous there, eh? Thank you very much for that. Oh, it's this tall guy. Excuse me, Yagi? Hello? So, you're not with Okuma? Oh, hey, it's not like we need to be with each other all day long. Come on, come to think of it, after he came back from the regular's room, he went off to say somewhere, saying that he didn't need to think. I'm wondering why Akuma was in the regular's room after all the blackout that took place around 10:10. Did you notice anything unusual about him or his behavior? I was wondering just as much as you are. I guess it's just one unusual thing. For once he seemed more interested in what actually happened, rather than any supernatural story. Wouldn't that be expected for someone in your profession when faced with a similar event? You've got a point, but I'm not sure today's incident is the one he's really interested in. Could that old story about a guest cutting another be what he's thinking of? I'd like to hear more about when you saw the regular and Sadaguchi walking through the hallway. What is there to say? Oh, what is there to say? That guy was mumbling to himself the whole time. I'm sure of it. Why does this kid have it? It's wasted on him. He was saying stuff like that, I think. Creepy, isn't it? Not really. He's talking about drugs and how he can't get any off the hotel manager. And why does the kid have the drugs? It's quite simple, really, Yagi. Open your eyes. Alright. Let's go into the kitchen. The manager's in the kitchen. We need to go actually everywhere. So one step at a time. What's here? Still on with the knives. Looking in the cooking space. Yeah, it's so clean and sparkles. Nothing I can ask him, but let's do the regular conversation. Mr. Manager. Ha-ha! Detective! Can you tell me what you know about the guests we're doing about the time of the blackout? Anything could be a help. Well, I was serving coffee to those university students, and we were talking about the manor. Those must be Kawabe, Ikeda, and Numata. Was there anyone else in the dining hall? Oh, those two writers were there for a little bit, but they left. They looked like they had something else to attend to. Anyone else coming in or going out? Mr. Sadaguchi, the boy with the wounded hand, came to ask for water. I told him I could bring it to his room, but he politely declined. And was the regular there with him? Oh, yes. Now you mention it, when Mr. Sadaguchi left, the regular followed after him. And I believe you left as well, correct? I did, yes. I needed to use the toilet. And the blackout happened, and you went to the boiler room? Yes, after announcing I would do as such in the dining hall. At least someone must have heard me. And while you were going there, did you run into anyone in the hallway? I don't think so, no. Then again, it was dark, and I was stumbling along, keeping to the wall. It's possible I just didn't notice. So Zumi and Mitarai, were they in their own rooms? I would like to know more about the incident that led you to checking the guests for blades when checking in. Well, I told you before, is all there is to it. Two guests were quarreling, things escalated, and one got cut the other. Gruesome thing, really. And in what room did that take place? I'd rather forget all about it, but it was the room at the end of the second floor. I'm using it as a storage room now. It's usually locked. Some guests have started thinking it was some kind of forbidden room. But I need to get into that room. You're hiding something, man. Especially as... Examine. Nothing out of place here, it seems. It's full of trash, coffee grounds and such. Alright, there's nothing being added to there. Alright, let's go outside to the entrance. Because you never know what's changed in when things have happened. This rain's really something. Just the same as before. So there's nothing there. Let's get back inside the hotel and into the first floor hallway. Doesn't seem to be anyone here. Kid and Kawabe is sitting down and Manor must be somewhere else. Now the floor near the entrance is dry. This means no one's been going in and out of the manor. Except me. And I can only hear the sound of the rain. It's like all the dampness from the air is building up in here. Alright, so there's nothing going on in the hallway just yet. This is the last room of the first floor. Is the well... Oh, there's 3 people in the well room. Well. Indeed. Zumi? Detective. You're all by yourself? I thought you were with Sadaguchi. I just left the room. I needed some fresh air. What in this stuffy well room? Did Sadaguchi tell you he went to the dining hall to get a glass of water? What? Why would he do that? I'd have gotten it for him if he'd only ask. Why'd you ask, by the way? Yes, why did I ask? Especially, I wanted the rumors in the club, though. May I ask you about the goal of this club trip? You people wanted to speak with the dead, I take it. I know I should have just accepted already, but my older brother disappeared years ago. I don't know whether he's still alive. Sadaguchi suggested this trip to help me find some closure. How does this place tie into that? Here people can talk with the dead. If my brother doesn't answer, that means he's still alive. And if he does answer, well, Sadaguchi said he'd help me see my brother again either way. Still, there are several places with similar rumors about them. Why the Weeping Hand Manor? Could it be that Sadaguchi knew the manager? Ooh, I don't think that's the case. He and Nomata looked into several places and eventually found this one. Does the manager and Sadaguchi have prior knowledge of each other? Interesting. I'm going to look at the well now. The well roof looks slanted. Was it damaged by the storm? Right then. Is this, oh, Nomata. Hello, detective. I thought you were in the dining hall chatting with Kawabe. I wanted to speak to Sadaguchi, so I went back, except he wasn't in his room nor in the bathroom. I wonder where he went. Did you come here with Izumi? No, she was already here when I came. I wish she'd just stop peering into the well, talk about asking for trouble. You have a reputation as the club's source of supernatural information, the talking with the dead stuff. Was that you too? Credit for that one goes to Sadaguchi. He was looking into ways to help lost souls, and I gave him a hand. Lost souls like in a religious sense? That came up too, but it's out of my wheelhouse. What we wanted here was to find more of a secret ritual kind of thing. So what was Sadaguchi's goal with this club trip? The plan was to help out Izumi by communicating with the dead. But the more I learn about this, the more I smell trouble. Which is why I wanted to discuss this with Sadaguchi. Where did he wander off to? He's lost his fingers. He's probably in his room, where he hasn't moved from. Alright, so that is that then. Oh, this creepy guy is standing right behind you. So, you do get out of your room every once in a while. Huh? Oh, yeah. Just, checking things out. I didn't expect all these people to be here, so I'm waiting for them to leave. This is one eerie room, isn't it? Indeed. Ever seen a well inside a house? Must be pretty rare. I mean, that's why I keep checking it out. Oh my god, the man in the tall, I don't think I should leave these kids alone with this trippy dude. Let's get up on the second floor hallway. We're going upstairs, everybody. Now the door plate reads room 333, as it did before. There's nothing there. This is 444. Strange that you'd have a 3 at the beginning. Door plate reads 444. And no entry. Sign says do not enter. Guess can't walk in the storage room or the clean closet, huh? That's right. Right then. Let's go to this room first, which is the women's room. Oh, I can actually get in there. Oh, no, it's locked. Yeah, it's locked. So we gotta go through the elaborate cutscene. Of course we do. The boys' room. Ooh. This is where the boys from the club are staying. The door's unlocked. Which is unusual because they had a pass key. What's on the table? There's nothing on the table. Which is weird. Sadaguchi has gone to the dining hall to get a glass of water. Uh-huh. Sadaguchi's gone. No one in here. There are some bloodstains. No wonder, since he didn't get the wound treated properly. Why isn't he here, resting like he should? This should be Sadaguchi's bed, but where is he? And I bet his clothes are missing, too. Yes, must be Sadaguchi's bag. Some long, thin thing, all wrapped up. It's a knife. And a blood-stained one at that. Damn. There are a few plastic baggies with pills and powders in them. Could be medicine he needs to take daily. I don't think so. Wait a second, this powder is kind of clumpy. It looks like what you get from crushing pills. What's with these drugs? Unlabeled pills. Where have I seen this before? Right, I saw something like this near the pillow in the regular's room. Yes, I did. Just gonna leave the body. Well, I suppose there's nowhere else where the body can go. He's covered with a linen sheet for the time being till the police come in and examine the scene properly. There's something stuck under the body. You didn't notice before? A small plastic baggie. It's not much, but there's some white powder left in it. I've seen this before. And it's the same kind of baggie as I found in Sadaguchi's bag. And it doesn't look like the body has been moved. The baggie must have been here since before he fell to the floor. Oh dear, Sadaguchi. He came here for some drug pickups, huh? Well, the bed looks like the only part of the room that's actually being used. And there's a bunch of stuff on it, but I have to examine it more carefully. That is dried up leaf. There's this weird sweet smell in here, like incense or something. Marijuana. And it's the same leaf as the one on the table and the one I found in the hallway. This is probably where it came from. So where did the regular get them? There's nothing else in this room. So I can move on to the only other place, the Forbidden Room. But I have questions now. And it's locked. I can't get in there right now. Damn, I want to get in there. Let's go back to the dining hall, because Sadaguchi has, there should be... There we go. Sadaguchi's missing. Let's go and talk to people about that. May I? Sadaguchi was supposed to be resting in room 444, but I can't find him there nor anywhere else in the manor. Huh? Maybe he's just gone to the bathroom. I don't think he'd go that far. Not with that wound. Right, she doesn't know. What about him? May I? Sadaguchi is supposed to be resting in room 444, but I can't find him anywhere. Any idea where he is? You went into our room, so you saw that? Right, after the regular was found dead, your room was locked. You were locked out yourself, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I got the key from Manor after that. I wanted to talk with Sadaguchi. Alright, there's something going on here. Sorry to bother you again. Sadaguchi is supposed to be resting in his room, but I can't find him there or anywhere else in the manor. What? Does that make me the last person who saw him or something? I don't even see him once after that time I told you about. May I? Did you see what was inside Sadaguchi's bag? You're talking about that bloody knife, aren't you? I haven't told the others about it yet, but where in the world was that? It's too soon to take guesses. Not really. What's there to guess? That's the murder weapon Sadaguchi must have killed the regular. Sadaguchi, you sneaky little... Was he trying to trick Izumi? I don't think he was trying to kill the regular. Maybe he was trying to defend himself against the regular. Got his fingers chopped off. May I? Do you know if Sadaguchi usually took some kind of medication? Yes, he took cocaine, heroin, and amphetamines. I heard that after losing his finger as a kid, his wound hurt so much he took painkillers all the time. And do you happen to know if he had to, say, crush these painkiller pills to take them more easily? He never told me anything about that, and I must say, it's really starting to sound like you're suspecting him of something. I suspect everybody of something, my dear. Let's go back and into the kitchen. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, the manager and Sadaguchi. Yeah, let's talk to the manager about your relationship. What do you know? Do you have a minute? Is there anyone among the current guests that you are already acquainted with?
I've never met these two writers before, and the same goes with the university students, so... Today's all new faces to me, including yours. Except the regular, that is.
Speaking of the regular, how long have he been coming to stay at the manor?
He started visiting right after I became the manager. He was only one of the only few who still remember that cutting incident.
I see. And did he always stay in the same room?
Oh, how do you guess? He never settled for any other room but that one.
I just got an idea about what kind of guest he was from the little I heard him say.
He could be a handful. He would give me trouble about the storage room's key and, oh, look at me. Speaking ill of the guests, forgive me.
A handful of a guest, huh? I should probably go and check out his room once more. I think I should also talk to the manager about the regular more. Do you have a minute? Did the regular first get to know you and your manor because of the supernatural rumors surrounding it?
No, he started visiting before the whole thing even started. Drugs it was, I tell you. He liked the manor and came to stay here often, that's it. Say, Mr. Wakaido, could we lock the burglar's room now? I can't feel at ease knowing it's still open.
I'm sorry, but I'll have to wait a little longer. I still need to examine him more thoroughly.
Oh, I see.
Right. There's nothing for the manager to do. So he did say, I did say that I want to go and... What's this room? Oh, the well room. Maybe. Just maybe. There's more to talk about now. Oops, I pressed Y. Damn it. Back into the well room. Well. Let's see if there's something... Oh, there's lots of little things to talk about with... Sadaguchi's missing. Sadaguchi is supposed to be resting in his room, but I can't find him there or anywhere else in the manor.
What? Well, when did he leave? All he had was some weak painkillers. We have to find him and put him back to bed.
I think he's high as a kite. May I? I also went looking for Sadaguchi. If he's not in his room, I wonder where, but the man is only so big.
Let me guess, you saw him. What's in his bag? But don't jump to conclusions, please. Maybe it's for some ritual he's performed to do here.
Yes. Of course, I never accuse him of anything just on that basis.
He's into this kind of stuff to a creepy degree, but that's what I like about him. He's got to have lots of baggage, the emotional kind.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more about Sadaguchi's emotional baggage. So, what was Sadaguchi's goal with the club trip?
The plan was...
Alright, we've seen this. Communicating with the dead. It's never going to end up well. Right now. Oh, is this tall guy Sadaguchi? Because his hand is hurting. This is Sadaguchi. Have I seen these two together? Aha! One of the other guests, a young man named Sadaguchi from the University Club, is missing. If I may, because he's high as a kite. That kid, maybe it's better if he stays missing. I'm not trying to cover up for him, mind you. If you just feel like for that girl by the well. There was a blood-stained knife among the belongings of Sadaguchi, the missing young man. Ah. Yes? No, it's nothing. I was just wondering why he wouldn't throw it away. Maybe he was planning to use it again, you know? You've been holding your hand for a while. Does it hurt? I can get you some painkillers if you need them. It's that knife thing you talked about. Just hearing about it gives me a painful chill. No need to worry. Alright. I suspect you are Sadaguchi. Did Sadaguchi happen to have some kind of medicine that he had to take on a regular basis? Yes. I wouldn't know. Not as far as I know, at least. Right, so she doesn't think he was taking pills, painkillers, legal over-the-counter subscriptions. And do you know why he was hiding it from you? Back into the regulars room, then apparently there's something I've overlooked. The manager and the regular. And I've got to go to the bed for it. Manager said the regular was a handful. He'd bother him about the storage keys, room's key and whatnot. And why was he so particular about staying in this room? Could it be that he had the storage room key? Clothes and a few small items on the bed, nothing under it and below the pillow, huh? Oh, there's something here, a key. I didn't see that first when I first checked the scene. Yes, I have the key to the storage room. Right then, marvelous. The forbidden room. The key I found in the regular's room fits the lock. This is a rather elaborate room. Oh, there's some whiskey or brandy on the can. This smells familiar. I thought this room wasn't being used, but it's not as dusty as I expected. There's an open safe there. And what's this sweet scent? It's the same as in the regular room. Right, if it turns out to be marijuana, why doesn't this police officer know what it smells like? Is this a safe? There's a chain on the ground. It probably used to be tied around the safe and held with a lock, but now there's nothing safe about this safe. It's empty. What was so important that you need to tie a chain around it? There's some kind of powder in the safe's corners. This is a drug den, I tell you. Has always been. Empty safe. I can't do anything here because I can't talk to people. I'm going to deduce now. Hopefully I'm going to deduce along the lines of, hey, the manager's selling the regular. What he needs to get by. Time to put together all the info I got. The room where the boys from the club was staying was unlocked. The others told Sadaguchi to lock himself in since they had a spare key anyway and he was wounded. But the door was unlocked and the room was empty. Now the person that should have been resting in room 444... it was Mr. Sadaguchi himself.
Victim's name, Sataguchi. But there's a... Yes, it is. It's Sataguchi. Should have been in the room. And now I've got about 3 different Sataguchi clues. Right, I can't find Sataguchi anywhere in the manor. But he just asked me his name, not that... I know I can't find him. Rude as that may have been, I checked Sataguchi's bag. You're a policeman, a police detective after all. I needed to confirm some suspicions. His bag had clothes and other travel necessities carefully stored in it. But underneath that, there was a much more troubling item, hidden and all wrapped up in cloth. When I unwrapped it, what did I find?
It was the bloody knife.
Right, why was there a knife that had clearly been used in Sataguchi's possession? I need to find him and ask him. He's the tall man. The high man off his face on something. And that wasn't but the half of it. I made another suspicious finding while examining Sataguchi's bag. It could be something he needed for emergencies or maybe something that he used on a daily basis. But he kept it stored in small plastic baggies, and some of it was crushed into a powder. Other than that knife, what suspicious item did I find in Sataguchi's bag? Unlabeled pills. Alright, one of those club members told me that he needed to constantly take painkillers when he was younger, but this looks different. It does, because he needed to take painkillers when he's younger. He doesn't need them now, you see? And I found a suspiciously similar baggie in the regulars room. You don't keep painkillers in a baggie. While examining the regulars room, I found a key that wasn't there right after the blackout. The key to the forbidden room. What was the manager told me about this room wasn't quite true. Is he trying to hide what that cutting incident really was about? There was something in that room, something very peculiar. They were cutting weights, grams of cocaine. When an argument ensued, it was open, and the chain that clearly used it to keep it strictly locked was now on the floor. What was this thing that I found in the forbidden room? Alright, most likely the incident that took place there was nothing as cute as a little fight and a tiny scratch. My intuition says that the room's kept locked to hide the truth of what really happened in it. I scrapped the info. Why didn't they just give it a damn good clean and then use the room for... and also, what was that incident the man has passed really about? I need to find the answers to all of these questions. Only one person can do it. Makoto Wakaido. It's now 27 minutes past 11 in the evening, and I'm back in the dining hall. I gotta find Sataguchi. When I met you on the second floor, you told me that you were locked out of the room because Numada had the key, didn't you? Yeah? Why would you lie to me like that? If you had found out about what was in room 333, couldn't you just tell the other club members? Did you go back to your room to check if anything was missing? I had all my valuable stuff on me anyway. More importantly, where is Sataguchi? Why is he hiding? He's off his face. We're talking about a guy walking around with a knife and some weird drugs. Who knows what he's up to? He doesn't have the knife, I do. What he's up to, I have to protect Izumi. Now, what you find in Sataguchi's bag made you suspicious. That's more than understandable. But you should discuss this with your friends first. Not everyone drew the same conclusion as you. What about you, Numata? I still can't find Sataguchi anywhere in the manor. I must find out why he brought us, or rather, why he brought Izumi here. Whatever it was, I bet he can't show his mug now that it's all gone awry. Kawabe is the one holding the key to room 444, right? Ah, there's another guy I wish would give me a break. Everyone in this club has a weird ideal of justice. You seem to be keeping tabs on all your fellow club members. Ah, can you blame me? After finding that stuff inside Sadaguchi's bag? Oh, you know about that as well. You didn't think you'd tell the police about it? And Yagi, how are you? You look awfully pale. Is everything alright?
I saw it. I was trying to go back to my room when I felt a presence. I looked inside and it was.
Are you talking about the forbidden room?
Yes. I think I was trying to possess that Izumi kid earlier, but now it's haunting the forbidden room.
That might have been me. Oh, what Yagi saw. And I can't ask what Yagi saw. What Yagi saw. Right, so there's nothing else in this room. Let's leave this room. Let's go into the kitchen and ask the manager once more. What the hell is in the forbidden room, man? I know already. How are you doing? I found the key to what people here call the forbidden room. It was inside the regulars' room.
Oh, you mean you actually went inside it? Well, if you did, you saw that there's nothing to it, didn't you?
No, I saw a drug-infused safe. I did, and I found a safe unchained and empty. However, the room clearly wasn't being used as a storage room either. Alright, I can't talk to him any further. How delightfully weird. I want to go into the well room because... Oh, there's nobody in the well room now, damn it. Let's go back out to the entrance. We're just looping around. Trying to find what's going on. Still pouring down like before. Rain's so strong, the mud splashed all the way here. The traces I see must be from Yagi's, from when he went to take a look outside. What Yagi saw? Anybody in the hallway? No. There's nobody in the well room, so do I need to go there? Probably. So dark in here, forget seeing ghosts. Good luck seeing anything at all. The rope connecting to the bucket won't move. Maybe the pulley's broken. And the bloodstains are starting to dry out. And what's this? Thread? No, it's a hair. Quite a few strands, too. Someone must have hit or scratched their head against the edge. Did a fight break out near this well? Alright, see, lucky I came in here. There's nobody in here, but I just found... Oh, damn. Damn it. That means I need to go to every location and... just in case, like that. There's a new piece of information that I've overlooked in the numerous times I've been here before. Looks like the storm won't go on much like this much longer. Good. Right, back into the hallway. There's no chance to go into the boiler room either, is there? Ooh. Sadaguchi walked through this hallway with the glass in his hand, but the glass is neither in his room nor in Izumi's. The regular room, however, had an empty glass in it. Is this a coincidence? Of course it's not. You're a police officer. Once a detective taught me that don't believe in coincidences. There are some mud traces on the floor. They must be Yagi's. Now, why was the regular following Sadaguchi as he was bringing back the glass? Maybe he was interested in what was inside the glass. And where did he go after leaving the dining hall? No, he was after a drug deal. Right, let's go up to the second floor hallway because there's two people just standing there. Ah, Kuma, where the hell were you last episode? Chapter. I've been looking for you, Akuma. Where were you?
Hey there, detective. I've forgotten what Akuma talks like, so he's going to talk like this.
Can I help you?
Now listen, I actually came here along once before starting to work with Aggie. I didn't have any suspicions back then.
I noticed that someone being in the forbidden room, so it was you?
But then I stumbled upon it. The room wasn't forbidden back then, the door just so happened to be open. And I saw everything.
Oh yeah, the manager told me about a cutting incident in the past, and this thing you saw, was it that very incident? It was Sadaguchi, that's when he lost his first finger.
It was a regular guest. He went mad and started swinging a knife around.
Given your profession, I assumed you chalked that up to the man being possessed.
I did at first, but this had nothing to do with it. You noticed it too, didn't you? That weird smell in the room? He was on drugs. As high as it gets. He started throwing stuff around and then he cut the guy who was there with him.
Of course he was. Why would you share this story with me?
You need to ask? Because all the supernatural rumors going around this place could just be stories of someone's bad trip.
Always is, pal.
This place can have this one. Once you're all done, if there's any ghost stuff left you cops can't explain away, I'll take it from there. I'll make up bigger stories and get people talking on social media about some garbage.
Every man to his trade, huh?
I really overstepped here. I've been using the key in the regulars room. Must have thrown you for a loop there. Sorry.
At least you're being honest now. That's quite reassuring. Thank you. Did you find anything suspicious about Sadaguchi's behavior? I couldn't say. Did Izumi mention anything like that? No, she hasn't seen him around since 10. When they were talking about communicating with the dead. I heard that Sadaguchi lost his pinky finger in an accident. You know who could tell me more about those details? He lost his pinky finger in an accident, maybe when the regular chopped it off. The manager's his father. Even Sadaguchi himself doesn't remember the details. He just knew his mom told him to do something to help his dad, who was sick. He was still a child, so I figured he was helping with some difficult chore and hurt himself or something like that. Thank you. Let's go back into the forbidden room. Aha! Guess who's in here? I believe it's Sadaguchi in a disguise. Hello. Is anything the matter? Any supernatural rumors about this room too? Who knows? I don't know much about the supernatural. I do know that there's something very wrong with this room, though. Between the smell, the safe, and the stuff lying around, one has to wonder how ghosts are the only things rumored to be haunting this place. And I think the Manor's manager looks like a pleasant fellow. Incidentally, why are you staying here? Excuse me? What's this all of a sudden? I meant no offense. I'm asking the same thing to everybody, as you look as out of place in the Manor as do I. You said you heard some running while you were in that room. Was that only after the blackout? Thinking back to it, I remember that I also heard the same sound right before the blackout. That's the manager running. So our runner made a round trip. That would seem to be the case. Right before, right after the blackout. Must have been in a hurry. Yep. Things are starting to fall into shape. Well, it's a bed here as well. Right, lovely. Right, let's move on. I want to go and talk to the manager again, to be honest. But did I go in the hallway? Yes, I did. Let's go into the regulars room. Ooh, was it your hair, my dear chap? The color, length, and shape all match. This must be the hair that I found on the well's edge. Well, the room smell got out of the bed and curtains too. There's no escaping it. What is this glass? It's a cup, actually. Oh, it's ashes. The ashes don't really smell like anything. Alright. I now know the hair belongs to women's room. Oh! Good. Izumi's in here. Sadaguchi come back? Not yet. I heard he hasn't returned to the boys' room either. Just where did he go? Earlier around 11 in the well room, you talked about communicating with the dead. I'd like to hear more about that. Would it be difficult to achieve that without Sadaguchi? Impossible, rather than difficult, since he hasn't told me what one's supposed to do to summon the spirits. And none of the other club members know either? I don't think they do. How is Sadaguchi planning to speak with the dead? Through the ghost in the well. By peering inside the haunted well, he can supposedly talk with the dead, right? But then, what's the hang-up? That doesn't seem to require any special preparation. I thought he'd gone off to prepare for the ritual, but when you put it like that, you have a point. Yep. I won't mince words, Izumi. Do you think you actually be able to see the ghost in the well? And if you peer inside the well and don't get to meet your brother, what then? I didn't think that far into it. I guess that deep down I'm hoping he'll be there. And if he's not, I don't know. Always spiritual people, always preying on the emotionally hurt. Right, absolutely nothing in here. Someone left a note, probably for Sadaguchi. Let's see. Sadaguchi, we need to talk. No matter. Wait. Oh! It feels like Sadaguchi hasn't been back in his bed since he disappeared. But what is that on the floor? Something down there. It's that powdered drug. Sadaguchi must have dropped it, and I can kind of see something else further down. What in the... It's a dead mouse. That's what I thought so. It didn't look like a baggie. It's a dead mouse. It's got white powder all around his mouth. Yep, it's been poisoned. The wrapped up blade, the drug baggie's clothes, and then a folder full of postcards. Wait, these are photographs, and Izumi is in pretty much all of them. Uh-oh. And is this a picture of Sadaguchi's family? He's in it, and everyone has the same necklace. It's some kind of sign in the background. Light of Martyrs. Oh dear. And that was, if you haven't watched it, that was Makoto Wakaido's first case file. And something written on the back of the picture. Get well soon, Dad. He sacrificed his finger to make his dad come back alive. And this kid must be Sadaguchi. His right hand is wrapped in bandages and looks like he's missing his pinky finger.
A dead mouse.
Well, the mouse... Alright, let's see. I'm going round in circles now, but I might have something to ask this guy. Nothing, right? Next one. Might have something to ask Izumi after going in there. Wish before you came in it would actually say... No, nothing to ask her. Into the hallway. Nothing to ask them either. I know that. Alright, back into the hallway. Nobody in the hallway. Let's go and see the manager again, you little blighter. Now, let me ask you one more time. What do you know about the regular?
I should probably just tell you that man my regular guest was a heavy drug user.
And was he the one who cut another guest while on drugs, I take it?
I couldn't do anything about it. Having him at the manor is a nuisance, a huge one, that's what it is.
But he pays you money, huh? Why do you have him if... Right, there's Oh, deduce. I can deduce. Yes, another chapter done. Well, I might just carry on. We must be pushing towards the end of this now. Now, time to put together all the info I got. Kuma said that he happened to witness the incident that took place in the manor years ago. He entered the forbidden room hoping to see some kind of ghost, but he was sorely disappointed. What he found was a room smelling like incense and a man looking completely out of his mind. What exactly did he see inside the forbidden room? Drug user. Right, the regular guest was a heavy drug user, and the forbidden room used to be a place for people like him to get high. I asked the manager about the forbidden room. He tried to dodge a question at first, but eventually he told me about what happened there in the past. And what he told me matched Akuma's story. Who was the man behind the cutting incident that took place at the manor years ago? I can't... The regular cut someone. Right, the manager obviously wanted to hide his knowledge of what the room was being used for to begin with. Why didn't he just let the police do it? He wasn't... He just bought the place. Get rid of the regular. Let's start a nice, clean business. Sadaguchi is still missing, and one of his fellow club members, Numata, says that he noticed something about this manor trip. They came here to communicate with the dead, but Numata, after looking into it, got suspicious. This trip was meant to help Izumi in, quote, saving lost souls. Considering this, what suspicion took over Numata? Right, it's possible that this was meant to be something more than a fun little trip, namely a dangerous ritual. To bring his father back from the dead. I needed to make sure of one thing regarding the culprit, that is, that it had to be someone who was and still is inside the manor. Mitarai stated that he heard someone running away from the direction of the boiler room. If the culprit was running to leave the manor, we'd see the footprints in the mud outside, but there were none. So that didn't make sense. But as I questioned Mitarai again, he remembered an important fact. What did Mitarai remember?
The footsteps we heard twice.
Alright, now I'm sure that the second blackout was not caused by the storm. As I see it, someone ran to the boiler room, turned off the breaker, and went back through the hallway. That was the manager. Alright, while I'm doing this, I need some water. Scrap the info I'm not going to need, and I'm getting a good idea of who the prime suspect is, someone who has good reason to kill. However, it's likely that these things played out in a way that the culprit had not predicted.
Oh my God, it's nearly 12:15 in the morning. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wakaido.
Cleaning up for the night?
Yes, I was planning to go and get some rest once I'm done here. I need to be up to see everyone off tomorrow.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
Have a seat, please. I still owe you a coffee if you're partaking in a cup of rocket fuel. Doesn't bother you at this late hour now.
I think you would be happy to partake.
All right, all the guests ended up going back to their rooms, but Mr. Sataguchi is still missing.
And you really have no idea where he is? Before the Manor gained its popularity with people who want to see ghosts, it used to boast quite a different clientele, didn't it? And that clientele was after the forbidden room on the second floor. Forbidden or not, you're the manager. You obviously had the key.
Except that somehow your regular guests copied that key and started using that room as he pleased.
Until one day he caused that dreadful incident.
Bullseye, Detective. I locked up the room hoping none of it would ever come to light again, hence his current status. But the regular kept coming, well, regularly, bringing those drugs with him.
Just tell him his business is not wanted here.
Ha! Why hide it any longer? I used to sell those to him. The Manor was supposed to be a place for me to make deals.
And still is.
You guessed that from just seeing the room, didn't you? Impressive.
One of the two writers who was staying here has actually come here before, right when the incident took place. He still remembers what he saw in the Forbidden Room, and of course he remembers the regular too.
Regular? I had to think of him as that. He was just an addict, always stirring up trouble. I'd much rather have a ghost to deal with. That damn junkie was the one haunting me.
Just call the police. Tell them to get away. I must ask you to come down to the station with me tomorrow.
That figures. All the more reason to clean up here and get to bed early.
Please do so. I'll take you up on that coffee another time.
So, you're a drug seller, drug dealer.
Oh, 136 in the well room. I just need to drink the water from this well to know the truth. You show yourself to me and I know your soul has already left your body. Or you won't, and I know you're still alive somewhere. It's so heavy. Is it stuck? I need to drink this water, even if just a sip. Huh? What was that sound? Did something fall?
Oh, don't touch that!
I thought you were asleep. Oh, what's going on? He's going down a well. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, what are you doing? Let me go.
This is as much as I suspected. Do you want to spare her from drinking that stale water that much, or could it be that you're hiding something inside there? Izumi, I'm afraid that bucket is too heavy for you to lift on your own. Why? There's a dead body in there.
What was that? What's going on here?
Oh, everybody's here. Yay, time to wrap this thing up.
Give me a break.
Can I ask for your help, Okuma?
You sure? You're the pro here.
I insist. Let me ask you all once more. Is there a ghost in this well room?
Well, of course not. There's no such thing.
What's your deal? Aren't the rumors about this room this Manor's selling point? At the very least,
that's why I came here to stay again, and I can't leave without getting a drink from the well now, can I?
People have a hard time putting stuff behind themselves. Maybe they should hold on to grudges even after they're dead. Let's get to the bottom of this and see how terrifying a long-held grudge can look. Time to make deductions based on all the info we got. Too many loose threads, too many people spinning their yarns all intertwined under the looming shadow of the Manor. I say we untie this tragic knot. First of all, we need to think about the Manor's secret. Kamoyanagi Manor, a mountain mansion open to anyone with a nickname among lovers of the supernatural, the Weeping Hand Manor. But behind those rumors lies something else, a space for some of the guests to perform illicit activities. And what activities would those be? Finger severing, drug use, right? The Forbidden Room is a place for guests to use illegal drugs.
That's right, there's no mistaking what I saw there. Those were drugs.
No way. Seriously?
The regular got higher and higher until he completely lost it. He cut another guess, which is why blades are no longer allowed here. That would also explain how the Weeping Hand Manor rumors came to be.
Oh, you mean that? There were no ghosts. It was just some junkie.
Always is, pal. However, the rumors started. They came to attract new guests. One of those guests is the reason behind the present commotion. This person used the rumors to achieve a certain goal, or maybe we should call it a mission. Planning alone in secrecy, this person snuck in a forbidden room item into the manor. The rumors were just bait for the victim. However, an unexpected party got in the way of his plan, making it fail. The culprit found a cover-up for the failed plan, but it didn't come cheap. The price for this fake story was a finger. Who faked an accident to cover up their traces? Right, Sadaguchi, following his religious beliefs, had already sacrificed his pinky finger in the past. The blood on the knife in his bag was his very own. He used it to cut off his own ring finger as a last resort method to escape a tight corner. Why in the world would he do that?
This is insane.
Not as insane as ghosts.
You want me to believe there's a religion that asks you to cut off your fingers?
There is, believe it or not, the spirit of self-sacrifice, they call it. Sadaguchi's plan had failed, but he still hadn't given up. Focusing on what his intentions were reveals a terrifying story. We have the statements from the club members and what I gathered by looking inside Sadaguchi's bag. Based on those two sources, what was Sadaguchi's plan? Right, led by his infatuation for Izumi, Sadaguchi devised a plan to help her in his own twisted way. He wanted to allow her to see her long-lost brother once again. He meant to bring the two siblings together. In other words, he meant to kill Izumi.
What? I couldn't imagine. For real? Plan's evil.
Mad bastard.
Sadaguchi.
That's why he had brought a knife and poison into the manor. This explains the Forbidden Room's old story and what Sadaguchi did in the well room today. But there's another thread we need to take care of in order to fully unravel this mystery. The regular. Let's pull on it and see if it comes out once the seams burst. Right after the second blackout, a terrible accident took place. The regular was found dead in his room. While questioning everyone, I found that Sadaguchi had gotten a glass from the dining hall, and the regular started following him. From the body, we could see that the regular had been foaming at the mouth and scratching his own neck as he died in pain. He thought it was drugs and it was poison. What cause of death do these hints point to? Right, the logical conclusion is that the regular took Sadaguchi's poison, which stopped his breathing.
Is there no end to this insanity?
I knew it. It was Sadaguchi who murdered him. That's not quite correct. Huh? The regular died because of Sadaguchi's poison. But did Sadaguchi poison him? That would leave too many things unexplained. The blood stains and hair I found near the well showed that someone was wounded there, possibly by a hit to the head. I also found similar hair on the regular's body, but he wasn't wounded anywhere except for the scratches on his neck. Before dying, he had witnessed following Sadaguchi, who was holding a glass. We already know the man certainly had a temper. Based on this, what conclusion can we draw about the regular and what he did before he died? Right, the last anyone saw the regular was in the hallway on the first floor near the dining hall. The glass Sadaguchi had taken out of the dining hall was in the regular's room, and there were those bloodstains on the well. We just need to connect the dots. Sadaguchi was preparing to poison Izumi, and the regular witnessed that. But amid the throes of withdrawal, he mistook the poison for something that could get him high, and attacked Sadaguchi to steal it. Once back in his room, he drank all of it, accidentally poisoning himself.
So, when I found him, he just killed himself by mistake. This is unbelievable.
For poison. It all makes sense now. The dead mouse under the bed. I should have known. How did this have to happen? Detective Sadaguchi, where is he now? Well, that's the last mystery we still have to contend with. Sadaguchi disappeared. The question is, where to? Earlier, when Izumi tried to drink the well's water, the manager rushed in to stop her. That second blackout, the one after which he found the regular's body, it sure took a long time for the lights to come back on, huh?
It took how long it took?
Mitarai said that he heard someone run past the room right before the blackout. The only place one can get to by running past the room 111 where Mitarai is staying is the boiler room. Consider this, what if the blackout had been caused on purpose? Why? Maybe the manager had witnessed something that required him to take the lights out. He had witnessed Sadaguchi being killed. Huh? Well, the last thing he wanted was for a dead body to be found here. Can't have the police nosing around with, all the drugs and all. The easiest thing would be to turn the lights off and, with the regulars' help, hide Sadaguchi's body. We're going to pull up Sadaguchi's body.
Oh, Mr. S coming up.
Take a good look, manager. You made the rumors come true. Here it is, the Manor's ghost. Sadaguchi. It can't be. It's the ghost, the well's ghost. Wait a second. Just dropping a coin in the well makes a noise so loud you can hear it from the hallway. How could someone drop a body in there without us noticing? Look at that pole that the pulley is attached to. Can you see how it's bent? As if something heavy, say a body, had been hung from it. So? Yes? Well, imagine the regular tied Sadaguchi to one end of the rope and fix the other onto the pole. If you measure the rope right, you can make it so the body stays barely above the water. When they started lowering Sadaguchi, his weight bent the pole, and they slowly let him down all the way to the bottom. Am I right, manager? This banner it's really cursed. There's murder. There's people. People are doing it. He told me that he'd make me meet my brother. Is that what he meant? Let's get back to our room, Izumi. Detective, if that's possible, we'd like to be excused. Yes, please leave the rest to us. We'll call for you tomorrow when we're all ready to leave. So who's the tall guy? I thought that was Sadaguchi.
Yeah, ghosts, I wish.
You chose your own benefit over your guest safety, and this is what come of it. You have no one to blame but yourself. I hope you like talking, because you'll be doing lots of that at the station. But then, what was that splashing sound we heard just earlier? Someone must have fallen into the water, but who?
What's wrong with you, Yagi? Oh, that man with the coat. Too bad he wasn't a ghost, huh? My colleague and I will call it a night as well, Detective.
Thank you. Your help has been invaluable. Who would have guessed you were the ones who come to get her? What can I say? Adult responsibilities. Oh, so Dad, she's been like this since she'd heard you be coming for her. That's her brother, huh? She doesn't want to be treated like a child. That's why I always disguise myself while I'm looking over her, which is often. That's a lot of work. May I ask why? To heed her brother's request. He left her in my hands. Would that be the missing brother? Exactly. He and I used to work together, so I know a thing or two about him and his little sister. What about her parents? They passed away in an accident when she was still a child. I see. Izumi, while you're still here, is there anything else you want to ask about Sadaguchi? Given the situation, it would be perfectly understandable if you prefer not to. Was he really planning to kill me? That's a yes. He actually tried to do so during the first blackout. What? Remember how you told me you bumped against somebody in the darkness? I do. And it's very likely that this person here is that somebody. Ah! His hand was injured. It's easy to imagine he got this injury while stopping Sadaguchi from stabbing you. Huh. What was that kid all about? He wasn't swinging that blade around as a joke, that's for sure. He was just one of us. Part of our club. He was a kind, honest guy who got along with everyone. That's what I thought. He even researched the manor along with Numata. He said that if I went there, I could see my brother again. He wasn't kidding. I think that, all in all, he was honestly trying to help Izumi out. Are you serious? In the past, I have met one of his main purveyors of the belief that Sadaguchi subscribed to. I don't understand them, let alone agree with them, but I know that the people who think like that do exist. Huh. Yeah, we leave now. Hey! Truly a masterful disguise, so that's who you really are. Oh, Izumi. One more thing. This guy is from the Yasuyazumi agency. He's another private detective. Yes? There are wounds that get better by brooding over them, and others that don't. I understand. Nobody can know what someone else is really thinking. Don't let it wear you down. I'll try not to, thank you. Let's go, Akane. Akane, I must apologize. It looks like I've been calling you by a nickname all this time. It's Akane. It's okay, everyone calls me Izumi anyway. Izumi Kawa is such a long last name to have. I see why you're coming here. I have quite the long last name myself. I guess you do now that you mention it. Anyway, Akane, it's all over now, be safe.
And another case file closed for Makoto Wakaido.
Marvelous. Oh, who's this? Oh, Akane.
Masterful disguise.
I know it's an extra case basically. Okay, Makoto Wakaido's case files. Strange how they didn't name it 4, as in numerical order. But maybe they're getting rid of the numbers and just going for the names. But I'm glad I've played through every single game in the trilogy, even though there's 4 of them. And if there's ever any other case files added to the Makoto Wakaido case files in the future, I will most certainly be delighted to partake of more of Makoto's stories. And as this is playing out, strange how the Western people who play tested it got small names and the others got all capitals. And as this is playing out, I shall say goodbye from me, old Nintendo gamer. Goodbye from old Nintendo gamer and son. Special thanks. Oh no, it's gonna end now. We'll say goodbye right at the end. It should be like, thanks for playing. It's been presented by... Well, at least it was developed by Hakababongo. Thank you very much for... And you, thank you. Thank you to me as well. I've enjoyed these. Right, and you, and you, and you, and you. Right, it's gone out. I wonder if there's one. Thank you for your work on the case. The end. And do you want to go back to the title screen? Of course I do. Just to show you that this trilogy actually had the 4 cases, starting from the Executioner Linchpin, the Bogeyman's Woods, the Phantom's Foot, the Weeping Hand Manor, and you can find all 4 of these case files at our YouTube channel if you haven't watched them already. Marvelous stuff. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. We also have a private Discord server for some laid-back gaming chat, and if you're feeling generous, you can support us via coffee. All the relevant links are in the description below.